Hey guys, this is Tom here at Ravnica.com, and I'm here for a Return to Ravnica draft. Alright. So very excited to be doing this format. I've had a chance to draft it once now, where I was able to build a green-white Selesnya deck, trying to go with the aggro build. And kind of the strategy I adopted is pretty much using 5 or 6 to 7 pump spells, and then a bunch of really cheap green-white creatures. So I'm just trying to sort of try different strategies to see what kind of archetypes are good. So here we are. Let's take a look. Okay, so we've got a couple cards here. Nothing too amazing. We have like Explosive Impact in red. We've got Hellhole Flailer. So if we're going to go with Radkos, or Rakdos, that is. This guy's very good in Rakdos. We also have Inspiration, which is definitely fine. I'm not sure how good Gobbling Ooze is. It seems a little slow. Then we've got Azorius Arrestor, which seems a little bit weaker, and then Axebane Guardian. So I guess in this pack, the cards that jump out are pretty much the Flailer and the Impact, and maybe Inspiration. But I think I'm just going to take the Hellhole Flailer. I'd like to see how the red-black archetype is. And it looks like we have, let's see, the rare is Havoc Festival, which doesn't seem all that good, especially in draft, but maybe, who knows, maybe in Instructed, or maybe in Constructed it's pretty good. What else do we have? We have Centaur's Herald, which is very strong in the green-white Populate archetype, which seems like a very real deck. Tristani's Judgment is great also in the Populate deck. So is Chorus of Might. I think the strongest card here for us, if you're going to be in Populate, I mean, this really does get it started, but, I mean, Judgment is one of their removal spells also. Yeah, I don't know which one of these is better for the Selesnya deck. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Herald. Okay, so what do we have? We have a couple cards. We've got Horncaller's Chant, which is definitely pretty good in Selesnya, but it's pretty slow, obviously. The Key Rune is very good. And then also we've got Avenging Arrow. I suppose if we're going to go into like red-black, we have potentially like the Rogue's Passage to get the final points in. Maybe Pursuit of Flight, potentially. Not really. I mean, Racketeers doesn't seem as interesting. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Key Rune and just see if green-white is open. So Static Caster seems much weaker in this set just because there aren't as many X1s that are important. Herald is definitely great if we're going to do the Populate strategy, but Centaur Healer is just, I mean, it's... And you've got Tristani's Judgment. I guess this kind of comes down to, do you want Healer, do you want Herald for more Populate? Tristani's Judgment, I'm not sure. I mean, been very impressed with Healer, just being able to kind of, gain the life, turn it around a little bit. Judgment is great also. I don't know, to be honest, which one is better. I think I'm going to pick up the Healer here. I think it sends a stronger signal. Courser's Accord is exactly what we're looking for if we're going to go into green-white. I think our green-white is much stronger than red-black right now. I mean, we've got 3 great cards for it, but Courser's Accord is exactly what we're looking for. Guildgate is great. Phantom General is actually probably better than Giant Growth for what we're trying to do. I mean, if we're going to be populating. Giant Growth is a great card. Very good for this, but I think Phantom General is a little bit better. What we're shooting for. Nothing we can really use here. I guess we can, like, board into Armory Guard. Jank is fine. Eyes in the Skies is what we're looking for here. Griffin is great, but once again, we're looking to populate. So at this point, I mean, passing up the Tristani's Judgment, I'm not sure if that... I don't know which one's better, Judgment or Herald. I think the nice thing about Herald is it gets the populate going quickly, and it also gives you 3/3s. And the healer might have been wrong also, but it seems like such a solid pick. The life gain really helps and just kind of is a roadblock and all-around good card. Deliverance is fine for any combat damage, and it populates. There's definitely racing parts. I mean, Apparition is fine also, but I think we want to just be populating as much as possible. We could, you know, go into like green, white, black, and pick up Trestle Troll. You know, but I think I'm still just going to stay open in green, white. I mean, this guy's not amazing, but he is, you know, late end. And there's exactly what we're looking for. So probably not playing the Risen Sanctuary here, but okay. Be cutting Static Caster. So we're probably not running the Sanctuary, just probably just going to run the Horncaller's Chant at the top end instead. But the nice thing about Populate is it really just, I mean, every single card in your deck makes the rest of your deck better. I think we have a pretty nice start on Populate. Okay, so Overgrown Tomb is definitely worth 4 tickets. Yeah. I believe it's worth 4. Never mind, it's worth more than 4. Yeah. So the best card here is the Vidigazi Guildmage, and it's not close. However, we are playing for money, so we are going to be taking the Overgrown Tomb. But in a vacuum, much better. So here, Common Bond is amazing, but Slithering Charm is exactly what we want to be doing. This is pretty much the best card we can hope for, other than Guildmage. And I will take another Charm. And I actually clicked a little bit faster for you guys, but Charm is still the pick there, I believe. So if we pick up the Guildmage there, I mean, this deck would just be absolutely retarded. But gotta pay the bills, so yeah, I think we just Savage Shirt is okay. It's like a nice little trick. We could definitely pick up another Horncaller's Chant. Blockade is actually just fine. Get some more tokens going for us. I don't know if we want to have like double Chant here. We already have some top end. I think I'm going to go with a Blockade. I don't know actually which is better for us. Kind of tempted to go Chant. I think I'm just going to take the Blockade. And there's another Horncaller's Chant. So I'm very happy I took the Blockade there. So we're definitely not playing the Risen Sanctuary now. Yeah, if we had picked up that Guildmage, oh man, this deck would be ridiculous. Still, very happy with Double Charm and Phantom General. There's our Common Bond. which is definitely the card we want here. Like it quite a bit more than Savage Surge. I mean, Savage Surge is certainly it's a good trick, but Common Bond is permanent. And, you know, the green-white aggro and the green-white popular deck do kind of blend together a little bit, but, you know, we're definitely focusing on populating, whereas that deck is definitely focusing on just the cheap combat tricks and guys like Centaur Healer and kind of the early aggressive creatures in white and green. Okay. So now we've got a couple choices. We have, this is pretty much between Chorus of Might and Eyes in the Skies. Both, like, Chorus of Might is a very nice finisher in this deck. Eyes in the Skies is obviously great for populating. I don't know which one is better here for us, honestly. Like, we've got the Phantom General to make Eyes in the Skies quite good. I don't know, to be honest. Kind of want Eyes in the Skies, but I mean, probably want like one or two. I think I'm going to take the Chorus. Like, Chorus, with kind of our plan, is very, very powerful. Predation is great, but happy to pick up a Cellar of Summoned Birds here. And Soul Tithe is fine. Pick up like a Pegasus, I guess, here. Probably not playing it. Ooh, Sundering Growth. And don't think I'm playing a third Horn Colors Chant. Pick up Sentry here. I don't know, Sentry just seems kind of bad. He's fine, but I think Savage Surge is probably a little better for us. And there are, you know, I mean, it's a decent number of artifacts and enchantments. Not too many, but there are the key runes, and there's a couple decent enchantments. So, if our deck is really, really strong, we can just board into Sundering Growth. Otherwise, it's probably fine main deck. I mean, worst case scenario, we can kill our own key rune or something. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Or like Security Blockade, this is a nice target for it, actually. Yeah, I think having like one or two Chorus of Mights in this kind of deck can be very, very good. Probably do want to pick up Tristani's Judgment if we see it, just to give us some answers to kind of other decks, but other than that, happy to pick up Centaur's Herald here. I mean, like, Knightly Valor is fine, Defenses is fine, but Herald is much better, I think. Especially because it gives us a nice low end. So we're going into, we're one card into the third pack here, and I mean, we almost have enough playables already, so very happy with this so far. Alright. Nothing really for us here. I mean, I guess we can pick the rare, but it's not worth anything really. Pegasus is probably, I guess, kind of our... well, let's see, we have a couple enchantments. One... not really. Yeah, I guess I just take Pegasus here. Probably not playing either one. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Oh my god, can you imagine what our deck would be like if we had two Guild Mages? Jesus. And collective, wow. So I mean, this this has to be better than Common Bond. This is just got to be retarded in this deck. All right. Oh man, double Guild Mage would have been so nuts. So, potential cards we might cut. We might potentially cut like one Horn Callers. We get some really good cards here. We can probably cut like the Savage Surge. It's a little on the light side. I think we just go balls out here and just take the Druid's Deliverance. And it's probably better than Keening Apparition for us, and not really playing the other cards, so yeah. I think making a 3/3 for 2 mana is just fine. We'd love to see it's like another Phantom General. That'd be amazing. Possibly like maybe a Selesnya Charm. Giant Growth is fine though. Yep. Take like a Vassal of Souls here, but I think Giant Growth is a little better. Let's see, we don't have that many creatures actually, which is kind of interesting. A lot of ways of making creatures, but I think Giant Growth has got to be better than a Vassal Soul here. Okay, probably cutting Savage Surge. Decoy is amazing in this deck, I think. Nothing here I'm really terribly excited about. Okay. Guess we'll take the Biting Needle. Cut a key rune. Alright, that should do it. So, very happy with our deck. Oops. So I think we've got 25. Or no, 24. So I think we could like cut maybe like a Giant Growth, or maybe cut like a Horn Callers chant. Kind of like having the double Horn Callers, to be honest, but I think we have enough pump here. We could maybe cut like one Druid's Deliverance, possibly. Yeah. How many token makers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Equivalence is probably fine. I'm just going to take one Horn Colors chant out. I only have one white in a lot of these, so I think actually I'm going to go 10-7. So we want to have early green. We do want one white, we don't need two white though. Yeah, I think 10-7 is what I want to do. Well, that's 9-8 better. Oh, we do have the key runes, so I think enough sources for white. We go 10-7. Alright, we'll see you for round one. Actually, I think I'm going to take the second Horn Colors chant and then we'll board into the Sundering Growth if we need it. Yeah, I like that a little bit more.